Three, two, one.
We'd like to welcome you to another edition of GrokTALK, brought to you by New Hampshire's leading
Three, two, one.
We'd like to welcome you to another edition of GrokTALK, brought to you by New Hampshire's leading conservative blog site, GrokTALK.com. We are your feared extremist, right-wing, hard-charging, gun-toting, opinionated, outspoken, rabble-rousing, letter-writing, radio microphone stomping conservatives and rational libertarians. So get ready for more news and opinion you could only get from GrokTALK.com.
GrokTALK.
Wait, if you missed it,
Do it again. Where is
that
this?
is the ring-neck Hosmer goose.
That is the ring. That's with a W-R-I-N-G.
So,
Yes, and it will be well rung, and he will be cooked.
Yeah.
He is not happy.
Senator Half-Baked.
Senator Half-Baked Hosmer.
Andrew Half-Baked Hosmer. You know, it just rolls off the tongue.
It does, doesn't it?
It was
He
so
probably just
sing-songy.
he probably thought he was just denigrating some or other.
Well, interestingly enough, the story...
How could he possibly have known that he was dissing one of the premier gun rights activists in the state?
Well, I wrote the same email to him that I sent to the other 23 senators, even those that I knew that were in support of the bill. And the point that I was trying to make, not as a necessarily a gun rights activist, but basically on a women's rights side of it. And he had obviously, not that do you know who I am sort of thing, but you know, I put under my name my town, which not in his district, and I don't know, maybe he just thought it was cute. He writes back, Susan, like he knows me. Thanks for writing. Thanks for contacting me, but half-baked. Regards, Andrew. Okay.
Lighting the fuse.
Well, I got responses from some senators that were, you know, you're not in my district, so thank you anyway. And some went, are you kidding, Susan? You know how I stand on this bill, right? And then I got some absolutely no responses, I guess from about half of them, quite frankly.
I bet even some of the Republicans.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, the good news is most of the Republicans I knew were in support, so I wasn't really bothered by that. But
They all voted for it.
Yeah, well, I had not been insulted by a New Hampshire senator in writing. Plenty of times in person, but not in writing. And I thought, maybe he just, it's not do you know who I am, but do you just really think women are stupid? And when Steve came up with the half-baked bit, half-baked Hosmer, I thought, well, maybe there's something going on here. And I wrote a little piece about it and put it on Facebook and also posted it up on Granite Grok. And we're raising money, thank you, Senator Hosmer, off of your insult, to send me to classes that will teach me how to be more articulate in presenting my arguments and baking them fully to where they are well done. And you, sir, will probably get served the first load. So, thank you for that. We will try to use your insults to their best. But worse than the insults, okay? I was told by someone who saw him that same night, okay, after the vote on Thursday, that he said to this person, yeah, one of your folks, one of the people that work for you, is that one of your folks? And the person said, no, that person doesn't work for me. That's a friend of mine. And the person says, do you have any idea that she sort of is one of a group of gun rights activists?
Do you know what you have just done?
And he said, well, she wouldn't shake my hand. Well, I saw him after the vote on Thursday, and he was walking out of his office, and I walked up to him, and I said, Senator, I said, my name is Susan Olson. And he shook out his hand, and I said, I'm not going to shake your hand. I said, you owe me an apology. And he looked at me like I was, I don't know, the gardener or the pool guy. Like, how dare you speak to me?
And we know how pool guys get treated in this state.
And he walked away.
Nice line.
Well, what I had done earlier that morning on my way into the State House was I dropped by his little office and dropped off a pint of Ben & Jerry's half-baked ice cream, and I taped my business card to it. And
The half-baked one, huh?
the half-baked. And I go into his office. Of course, he's not there because it's very early, and I'm sure that you know, the maid hadn't gotten him up yet and off to work. So I said, may I leave this for the senator? And the staffer said, you're killing me here, Susan. The staffer knew me. And I said, well, can I put it in the fridge? And the staffer said, well, sure. Would you believe that his refrigerator, even his refrigerator, opens from the left? I said, are you kidding me? Did you do this deliberately? He goes, Susan, you're killing me. Get out of here. So in the fun article that Kitschy Kitsch wrote,
This would be Michael Kitsch
Michael
of the Laconia
Kitsch, yes, sir.
Daily Sun, who
Yes.
who is not exactly a fan of Granite Grok, but seemingly keeps reading it. Thank you, Mike.
And he took the time to mention almost all of us by name.
Susan, Kimberly Morin, Steve,
Yeah,
myself,
Yeah.
and he included the half.
And he probably would have mentioned Mike, but Mike's been away and he hasn't been able to write.
Mike's been minding customers and babies, well, that's frontline support people, continuously the last few weeks.
By the way, slide over 6 inches that way.
well, I
okay.
didn't leave
Thank
the
you.
ice cream on his desk.
You put it in his fridge.
I put it in his
Which opens from the
left-handed,
left, right.
opens from the left fridge.
Was it plain vanilla?
No, it was half-baked. Whatever's in half-baked, I don't know what that
I don't
is.
know. We can look it up.
We can look it up.
I'll do that.
And so someone, either
Probably nuts.
the staffer did as the staffer said they would and would make sure that the senator got it, or maybe somebody thought it was kind of funny and left it on his desk and ran out of the room. I don't know. But either way, Senator Halfbaked probably still has my business card, I hope, and my phone number, and I'm waiting for it to ring. Okay?
That's a bit like Glenn Beck waiting for the Obama phone to ring.
Yes. Yes, that
Alright.
big red one.
Here's
Yeah.
the.
I could get
get
a Hosmer phone.
We could wait. Does it? Nick, you can use this as your ringtone. Let me go get it.
Play it up
Here
really,
is.
put up really loud.
And you'd know it was him.
I wouldn't know it was him.
You would know.
So, Senator, here I am. You've got my phone number. I'm willing to listen to you, but let me know.
So half baked, Trust, is here's the marketing blurb.
Here's the marketing blurb.
Maybe I need music for this. Let me go look because this is. I don't
Oh,
know what
while
kind
you're
of music
searching
I'm
for
gonna
that, I will say that I did write him an email.
Did you?
Sent it to him.
Yes.
And unlike you, I am a constituent. I live in that district. I have not heard back yet either.
Well, I'm sure he's a busy guy. He's trying to.
Imagine gooey fudge brownies and crumbly frozen chocolate chip cookie dough nestled in a creamy chocolate ice cream with a touch of vanilla. And you have Ben & Jerry's half-baked.
I get the doughy bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Have you seen the guy? Okay. So, Senator, call me.
So is he the Laconia Doughboy?
The Laconia Doughboy! I like it. But you know what's really fun?
But he's only half-baked.
He's only half baked. But he's decided that, because Bike Week, Laconia.
Well, that's true.
right?
If he was fully cooked, he'd be fruitcake.
That's right. He's trying to get the state to issue a commemorative license plate for Bike Week.
Smoke and mirrors.
Well,
Left hand, right hand.
well, interestingly enough, the people who ride motorcycles, like me and my friends, who go to Bike Week, tend occasionally to carry firearms. All right, but Mr. Hosmer doesn't see. I wonder if he thinks bikers are suitable, or if he treats bikers like he treats little old ladies. So, Senator, I want you to picture this: a little old lady on a great big Road King, okay, decked out in leather, armed. I want you to think about that, and then call me.
You could put that on a commemorative plate.
You might be playing into his worst fantasies.
I could be, but he's willing to waste taxpayer dollars on a hearing to have motorcycle plates to make himself look good. Maybe his picture's going to be him. I don't know. I do not know.
We could make some calls. We know people. We could get a graphic of the well, maybe it's a loon and not a duck, but the ringneck Hosmer goose.
We could cook that goose.
We could, yeah. So
he's well beyond half baked already.
Yeah, loons and lead, huh? Go figure. So call me, Senator. You know where to find me.
That's right. You've got her card.
Yeah, you have my card.
Assuming you saved it.
Well, I don't know. He might have opened that ice cream pretty quickly.
Well, he has his figure to think about, right? Because he's got to keep that doughboy.
Well, it's that prosperous thing. You know, it's that prosperous thing. Being a former prosecutor and all. Did you know that? He was prosecutor in Massachusetts.
Why is he former? Did he come to New Hampshire to spread his Massachusetts values?
No, now he sells used cars.
Well, that fits.
That's
a
right.
lateral move.
Yeah, that's right up there with being a prosecutor in Massachusetts.
That is.
Yes, AutoServe.
Yes.
New Hampshire.
Well, I
others.
think there are many dealerships.
There are, but he's the general manager down the street from my hometown.
Oh.
Do you think that this publicity might cause AutoServe to have second thoughts? Or maybe
he's married into the family.
Or maybe second-hand thoughts?
Well, you know what I wanted to think about, though, is when all of us disgruntled little old ladies, okay, go stand in front of his dealership and talk about the fact that he obviously doesn't think women should be able to defend themselves. Now, may not bother him, but, you know, if this is his wife's business, she may not be happy about losing business.
You should all dress up like Aunt B or Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Ooh, Aunt B! I like that, Aunt B.
But we have other stories that have not been brought to the fore about Mr. Hosmer. Maybe we should start using them.
I think it's time to shake that tree and see what falls out. We're
Let's
going to take a...
Let's do a background.
Call me, Senator.
We have had a bunch of people whispering in our ear over the years. See, this is why you treat people nicely, because you don't know what they have.
It isn't even nicely. It's respectfully. I'm older than he is. Respect your elders, Senator.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to call Ron Moore, and we're going to talk about a different kind of climate and some upcoming storms and a little weather. And you guys stick around. We'll be right back.
This is a coalition of New Hampshire taxpayers. We're located at 8 North Main in Concord, New Hampshire. This is a repository for all things conservative and municipal. So if you have a problem in your town, your school, your budget committee, the right to know law, and now the top of our list is voter fraud. You have a tip for us, some information for us, you want to join or help us out, cnht.org.
Hi, this is Rich Gerard, host of Gerard at Large in the Morning, the Manchester area's only locally owned, locally operated, focused, and interested, riveting radio show, heard live every Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on 90.7 FM WLMW New Hampshire Family Radio, and available 24/7 live or archived at gerardatlarge.com. Be sure to tune in.
Grok TV.